G'day everyone and welcome to my review of Happy Death Day. Happy Death Day is directed by Christopher Landon and writer Scott Lonsdale. The guitarist Jessica Wolf, Oswald Bosch Action, I pronounced the name, sorry, and Ruby Modin, I pronounced the name. Sorry for that. The plot of the film is a storage student must revive the day of a murder over and over again in a loop that will end up when she discovers her killer's identity. With all previous reviews, or particular likes, disappointments, and dislikes. So I'll be starting off with likes, as always. Okay, let's start with likes. First of all, we start off with director Christopher Landon. He done a good job on the film. The editing and pacing is pretty cool. The film has a real nice 80s throwback to it, in which you don't see the killer to the end of the film, and it's got a real nice 70s, 80s feel to it. How it's, the person walking around with a mask and with black clothing, and the weapon they use. It's a pretty cool idea that how they took Groundhog Day and changed it into a more horror theme to it. Basically, Groundhog Day with a horror twist. So rather than a comedy, you got our main actress Jessica Wolf as Tree Gilban. She goes through her day and then she gets killed by that babyface mask killer. Each day she wakes up, it's basically the same at first. She wakes up in the guy's dorm and he gets her clothes from him, and she goes outside. There's a woman, doing some type of research because she wants signatures for something, we didn't find out what it is, but she eventually signs it, later on in the film. And she sees people who are about to get rid of water sprinkler, because later in the movie that she tells them that the water sprinkler is about to go off, and she sees a guy get passed out in front of some look like protesters. Eventually she gets a pill and she drops it on his head when he collapses, and when she gets to the female to a dorm, there's a girl who talks to her each time, and her friend, their roommate in the dorm, gives her this cake because she somehow found it as her birthday, and she goes, she finds that she's late for her class, and so she goes to her class, and one day then she goes sit down one time, and another day she goes talk to the doctor, who's a doctor in one of the hospitals. Eventually, which is later on in the movie, she goes to find out there was a surprise birthday for her, and she eventually gets killed off, at the end of this day. Of course, she wakes up, every day's the same, which I already explained. So, and she gets killed off in various ways, at the end of the day, by different weapons, by stabbing, a blow to the head, a car explosion, because she's trying to, to get herself arrested, because she gets pulled up by a cop. This is when she escapes from the hospital. this is where she escapes from the babyface murder who turns up, out in the hospital. I mean, her eyes all, diluted, and the cop thinks she's drunk or on drugs, and she said, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty high, because the cops can't get you under arrest." When the cops put in the car, the cop gets hit, and that's when the babyface, killer, walks up to the car and looks in, and who he is, notices her, and goes back to the car, and she sees him whoever the person was putting out a candle out of the car window, and dropped it, and she notices, the car is leaking gasoline, and of course, that's when the car blows up. She eventually, tells the guy that she's with every morning, Carter Davies, because she spends she kind of has a fling with him the night before, and she somehow ended up in the guy's dorm. And this course each day, the guy, his roommate comes in, and he gets really annoyed and tells him thanks a lot, and of course she leaves the room. The guy just, collects the clothing. This is the guy that she talks to him about what's going on. She tells him, "I'll wake up, and I die in each day." She wants some suggestion. So eventually she's trying to find out the killer. By finding out who, what motive of each person might want to kill. Because she also walks into another guy's stay. He tells her that he didn't return her calls. So she spies on him, thinking he could be what the killer. But he found out that he's watching, gay porn. So she finds out, no, he's not the killer. The next day she wakes up, crosses his name off, and she spies on another person. Of course, on the next day she wakes up and crosses the name off. Because this kept on happening. She eventually tells Carter that it's not working. Of course, she eventually in a hospital, and she sees a killer, someone living in her room. She goes in and finds the cop dead, and she figures out that there was a killer in her room. And then, the babyface murder is behind her, and she knocks him over, and she finds out there was a guy who's long hair, and he's a killer. Of course, the next day, she goes back to the hospital and tries to convince the cop that the guy is going to escape. Because she convinced the cop to go. And she goes to the room, and she found out that the killer in the room is not tied, hands are not restrained like they're supposed to be. Because he wakes up, and of course he knows her, because from a photograph or something. Then he's the one. You would find out that he's the one that's probably killing her every day. Because we eventually find out that her roommate is also the one that's trying to kill her every morning. Because by the cupcake, she found out from the day when she spent the whole day with Ricardo, because she kind of falls for him. And she ate the cupcake, and of course that's the last time she dies. Because the next day she confronts her roommate Laurie, who's this venture film turned out to be one of the film's antagonists, and she's the one that helped the killer to escape. Pretty cool idea, because I guess because she didn't eat the cupcake, she had to get her back another way. she goes to the hospital and finds a kill in the room, and she gives him a mask and this black hoodie. Cause it's a pretty cool idea because she and Laurie eventually falls out of the window and dies after having a struggle with Tree. And of course she got her killer, and she wakes up the next day and everything is different. Because Carter was a bit of a jerk at first, and she kind of freaked out, and she says to her, like it's the next day, you know. Kind of, she gets a little bit annoyed of him at first, but she's actually quite relieved that actually, you know, it's the next day, and she's all happy and stuff, and of course the movie comes to the end. When it comes to the disappointment of the movie, but it's just overall just kind of feels too much like Groundhog Day. How copied Groundhog Day in a lot of ways. How each day, you know, is basically start off the same, because each day gets different as the day gets through. Because she wakes up towards being she gets a little bit more anxious, a little bit more upset, because she knows that she's going to die at the end of the day. She should figure out what's going on. She'll figure out who the killer is, and so they can get killed. Because in Groundhog Day, you know, he's the one to stop. He killed himself a few times. He tells his female co-worker, who works with him, you know, that's what's going on, you know. It's funny how each day got different, but he knows what's going to happen. So who knows how many days he was stuck in that same old loop, you know. Eventually he spends time with his co-worker, and he wakes up and she's there with him, because she realised that the boy had a bit of a jerk to his co-workers and be more polite to people and stuff, and that's probably what helped him get through, you know, to the next day. So, you know, like in her birthday, she figured who the killer was, and she, you know, the killer died, and of course the next day is different. So, that's all I can really say about the disappointments. To the dislikes, well, there can really not much order can really say about anything that I really dislike about the film. Well, yeah, it's I'm really coming overall very good the film. Yeah, it's got a really good directing, it's got a good story, the editing and the pacing is good, you know, it's got the cast, you know, our three main actors, which is called, you know, Jessica Ralph, are equal both Ashton and Ruby Malden, you know, Tree, Carter and Laurie. You know, Laurie actually being the film's protagonist, and Laurie turned out to be the movie's antagonist, you know. And this movie, you know, copies go, so there's bound to be spoilers in this review, you know. Yeah, so, and the kills are good, and the also mix is pretty cool as well, you know. And I loved how this movie had the 80s vibe to it, some of the 80s vibe to the killer, you know, how you see person, you know, in the mask and cloak, and the weapons used, and the fun at the end of the movie, you know, who the killer is. Very Italian Joe type of, you know, style of movie, and of course, you know, Groundhog Day with a hard twist, which is actually quite good. But also mentioning the disappointments how this film, you know, bowls too heavy into the Groundhog Day. You know, each day is the same, and she's stuck in the same old loop until she has to figure out how to stop it. Same, you know, how Bill Murray character, you know, he eventually found a way to stop it as well. So when it came to overall verdict on the film, I give it an 8 out of 10. Thank you for checking out my movie review of Happy Death Day. If you like what you see, give me a like. And if you've seen this movie already, I'd love to hear your comments. Your thoughts of the film. And we'll start a nice conversation going as well. If you're new to my channel, great. Join the family and subscribe to my channel.